Some people think that the cradle of civilization might have been in Europe, but really they're in denial. Denial? Cradle of civilization? Denial. 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 How cool is seeing a real mummy? It belongs in a museum! Welcome to the Something or Other tour. We're at the Rosicrucian Egyptian Museum in San Jose, California. I came here a bunch of times as a kid. It's one of my favorite museums. We get to see real life mummies. In addition to the museum itself, the grounds have a bunch of cool gardens. There's a planetarium, which we unfortunately can't see today. Statues, all kinds of cool stuff. So let's go find some mummies, huh? Find some dooms. And I will walk like an Egyptian at some point. And I got the boy himself with me.
Once again, I've returned.
That's right. Really cool statue of Pythagoras. We don't know how to play it. I also got my cousin with me at the Pic Van on Instagram, takes cool pictures and stuff. Here they have the Rosicrucian Peace Garden. It's like an honest to goodness ancient walled off garden thing. This whole garden area is really cool. I wish it was my backyard. Look at me, I'm in the temple thing. You wouldn't believe it, but they got an honest to goodness labyrinth here. We're doing it, boy.
I'm not sure about you, but I think I'm quite lost.
Don't tell anybody.
Oh.
It's YouTube. I can't go forever. Oh, look at this. Did it. I won. I win. Hey, you. This is a cast of a monument that one pharaoh put up when he went to restore the Great Sphinx. So it was like a commemoration plaque back in the days.
Important aspects of life to the ancient Egyptians was the family. Thus, protector of the helpless was often represented as a dancing and bearded dwarf.
This is the birthing room. A mother going through birth would be isolated with the baby in here for like 1 or 2 weeks, and then they would come out and it would be a celebration. Such an interesting time period. Amazing art and culture. Egypt is still so popular today. It shows how cool a lot of the art was, especially. This art style is still popular thousands of years later. They loved their kitty cats. There's so many artifacts in here, and the civilization of Egypt lasted so long. So there's a ton of stuff in here. This is Happy, a fertility god. This is a real fragment of a temple wall, of a mortuary. I didn't know Jet was in this exhibit.
Wow, that's me. Wow.
Scribes were a very important profession in Egyptian society because not everybody could read and write. Ancient Egypt invented the first paper using the papyrus plant, and that's what scribes would use to communicate and record things. There's a picture of a scribe taking count of some cattle. They're very important. Taxes were based upon their counts each year.
This here is a replica of the Rosetta Stone.
When the Rosetta Stone was discovered, it was the key to researchers and archaeologists to be able to decipher much of the writing that they found. It sort of acts as a key code. It was a very important discovery. It unlocked so much history.
Another thing about the Rosetta Stone is in 1799, the French under Napoleon discovered it when they went to the pyramids.
I'm deciphering stuff. Am I Indiana Jones? This section is about Mesopotamia. This is a model of the famous Tower of Babel, the greatest temple of Babylon. The thing is, historians and researchers don't exactly know where this was.
This little boat right there.
This model is amazing. I love models and miniatures. It must have been something though, huh? I wonder if it was colored like that. Anything cooler than an honest to goodness obelisk? King Hammurabi of Babylon commissioned this statue. Carved in it is the code of law of the time. This is still very famous to this day. This cast was made in Paris before it was brought here. Law of the land right there. Huh? Law of the land. The code of Hammurabi was said to be the first code of law. Oh, cool, huh? They have a downstairs and an upstairs. This section is about alchemy and experimentation and things like that throughout history, not just ancient Egypt. All kinds of crazy experiments and whatnot. Huh? This must be a rotating exhibit.
Welcome everybody to the archaeological thing. Oh, here we have
Stuff?
stuff. So I hope you all enjoyed the show. Goodbye, good night.
Ramses II.
The second edition.
We found our first mummy. We're on the board. This is a mummy of a cat. It was meant to honor the cat goddess, Bastet. This hall is for Sekhmet and Akhenaten, two gods. This lucky dog, cat, has a whole bunch of offerings. This model is incredible. This is a model of Egypt's first pyramid. The little details are so cool, like the caravan coming in. My friend Amenhotep. Good friends. What's going on, player?
The little people walking around really gives you a sense of the size of the whole structure.
It's nice to have the little dudes for scale. Models are the coolest. I could look at models all day. What about you, boy?
I agree. Very much.
And we're just gonna do this forever.
All day.
For thousands of years. I'm an Egyptian god now.
Me too.
A princess dresses for a party. I don't think I'm supposed to be sneaking a peek here. I'm no peeping Tom. Has like the 3D background so you get some depth. That's so cool. This is a statue of Akhenaten, a very controversial pharaoh apparently. He was studying to be a priest, then his brother died, so he was next in line, so he became pharaoh. And then he shut down the temples, made a monotheistic society, So they started worshiping a sun god named Aten. It's a whole thing. You gotta come here and learn it. Does he have a stoplight on his necklace? With a power cord? Is that the original Flavor Flav? As you can see, there's a whole bunch of stuff here. Whole bunch. Size of that thing, huh? This is from the Temple of Hathor at Dendera in Upper Egypt. This is called a zodiac. I believe it would help them read the sky or something. Someone could correct me on that. This plaster cast was made at the Louvre in Paris in 1987. Oh! We're on the board, baby. Honest to goodness mummy. Are we docking mummies? Wow, dude. This is actually the mummy of a woman. They think she was about 28 years old. She was tiny. So incredible to see this. Blows my mind. This was a person with thoughts and ideas and hopes and dreams. Isn't that wild? When I came here as a kid, this blew my mind. A gazelle mummy. We're just racking up mummy points now. We're just running up the score. It's like a little baboon temple. He even has the naughty bits.
So in ancient Egyptian history, you may hear the terms Lower and Upper Egypt. Don't let the map fool you. What we consider north was south because the Nile River flows north. Therefore, this was Lower Egypt and this was Upper Egypt.
They used to make these corn mummies. They're very rare artifacts, and they made them to try to promote good yields each year for the harvest. They made this model of an estate based on real research and data that they had. Nice big place. I would live here right now. This would be about $40 million in the Bay Area. Obviously, we don't want to make a 4-hour video, so there's way too much for us to show everything. So if you're interested, you gotta come here, check it out yourself. If you're ever near San Jose. You like this, boy?
I think this is quite a place.
This is the afterlife exhibit. We hit the mother load of mummies here. And sarcophagi. Is that how you say it, plural? Sarcophaguses? Such amazing art and creativity and craftsmanship put into coffins. Apparently it's an upper class Egyptian male. I think we would have been good friends. Over here they show how they use technology to actually scan the mummies and get a better idea of what they look like and more about them. Really cool stuff. They even mummified baby crocodiles. More kitty cats. Someday I'd love to go to Egypt and see what's left of these kinds of things. There's so many sarcophaguses here, or coffins. So much to see. I can't get enough of the models though. Alright, you guys ready to go into the actual real life tomb? We just transported all the way to ancient Egypt. One of the coolest parts is they have this self-guided tomb tour here. It's like a real tomb. We talking tombs? You can grab one of these bad boys and venture on in. Go ahead, boy. Check and see if the coast is clear. Make sure there's no mummies and death beetles.
I don't see any curses yet, but we've just gotten in here. It already feels there's a very different vibe in here.
Make sure we don't get killed by any death scarabs.
Ah, the cursed exit sign.
It's like we're in a real tomb. Is this Uncharted? Huh? Are we playing Uncharted DOS? How awesome is this? Like a real tomb.
This here is a false door where spirits would come out and collect their offerings that would be left right there.
This kid's got the knowledge. Robot the tomb. Never seen that. It's the scariest monster ever. Wouldn't it be amazing to go through a real tomb?
What are you talking about? This is a real tomb.
Really reminds me of the queue line for Indiana Jones in here. They have a pit down here, just like the real tombs.
Looks like some grave robbers were down here.
I want to know what's down there. It's empty. Came all this way for nothing, no treasure. Dun, 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 dun. I love the decorated ceiling. It's beautiful. It's time. I know you guys have been waiting for it. Time for me to walk like an Egyptian. Huh? Is that how you do it? Huh? You kids have been waiting all day for that. Alright. I think that'll wrap it up in the tomb. Let's get back to dry land, huh?
I hope we don't have any curses.
Yeah, I hope we're not cursed. That would not be fun. That's the Rosicrucian Egyptian Museum here in San Jose, California. One of my favorite places in San Jose. I grew up coming here. Always love to stop by, check it out again. If you're ever in San Jose or you like Egyptian history, you have to come check this out. Really cool, really amazing stuff. Like, subscribe, share, do all the cool things that cool kids do. Gotta be honest, I don't know what all this Egyptian stuff is doing in San Jose, California. I don't know the connection, or if there is one, but it's here, it's cool. I hope it's not like the classic The Mummy with Brendan Fraser and those beetles come out.
The Wolfman's got your back.
The Wolfman? I guess that's him, I don't know. I don't get the reference. We talking tombs. I really am an idiot.